Hey YouTube friends. Okay, first of all, if this is your very first time on my channel, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Jessica and I am the owner and operator of Roundtown Candle Co. I'm a small hand-poured soy wax candle business and I am based out of a little town in Ohio. Super happy that you are here. So if this is not your first time on my channel, then I am even happier that you are returning. So let's get right into this. So the big topic for today is that I just announced on my Facebook page. If any of you follow Roundtown Candle Co. on Facebook, then you've already seen it. But I just announced that I am actually going to be opening up a store, like a physical store location where people can come shop my candles, and I am screaming with excitement over this. Like, it has been a dream since day one, and probably anybody who is watching this that is also, you know, some sort of a small business, small handmade business, you know what I mean. Like, there are people who like to do it on the side, and I get that. Like, some people don't have any intentions of turning it into anything. It's just like their little side gig, like a little hobby, a way to, you know, just have fun and express themselves and get a little extra cash. So for me personally, I have absolutely wanted to turn this into a store. Like, I want to grow this baby. So it's going to happen. So I want to talk about that and kind of the direction that I'm going to be going. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to also be doing some work because I need to do that too. So I am working on getting my Aroma Beads scented so that I can make my freshies. So I have my just freshly purchased jars. So I'm going to clean them out before I measure out the beads and fragrance oil and all that, because they stink, you guys. They really don't smell good. So I always wipe them out. I just spray alcohol in them and wipe them out. So I'm just going to do that while I'm talking to you so that I can try to get something accomplished, and we'll just go from there. So all right, so right now I am not announcing the specifics on the business as far as location and different things like that. Like, it'll be located in the town in which I live, which is in Circleville. And so like that part, you know, no big secret there. But I'm not giving out that information just yet, not until I'm getting much closer to everything coming together. So where I'm at right now is the space is being polished up a little bit. And so paint, flooring, all those good things is in the works right now. And hopefully within a couple of weeks, they're telling me either the last week of July or the first week of August, everything will be complete. So I'm really excited about that. And that's also giving me like time to kind of prep as far as, you know, I've got to figure out my interior furnishings. And I mean, I have to figure everything out. Like, there's so much to buy, first of all, that I am just, sorry, allergies. There's so much to buy. It's crazy. So much to think about and so many different steps. I'm just constantly like making my to-do list of everything that I need to get done. And then I will just think of other things that I need to do. So it's been super exciting and a little bit overwhelming. And like, I'm still scared. Like, I'm kind of scared because this to me is a big deal. So, but so was starting the business to begin with. That was a big deal and it was frightening, and here I am. So, all right. So my whole thing has been that I've wanted to have the opportunity for people to be able to shop in person, because I realize that probably, the fact that I'm just an online business right now is probably hurting me, you know, locally within my own community and the city I live in and the county and surrounding areas and stuff like that, because I feel like people will be more prone to shopping when they can come and actually pick up the candles and smell them and, you know, all that good stuff. So that's been the whole reason that I've wanted to have a store, to allow people to come in and see my product in person and pick up my candles and smell them and chat with me. And, you know, just, it's just been a dream of mine. So here we are. So I've been in the process of picking out furniture, picking out display cases. The space is big enough, but it's certainly not huge. I just have this feeling that I'm gonna outgrow it sooner rather than later. And if I do, that's fine. Then we'll just go on to the next set of challenges and find a solution for that. But for right now, I think it's going to be the perfect little space. So I've got furniture that I've picked out from IKEA, and I haven't purchased it yet because I got nowhere to put it. I am busting at the seams with candle supplies and finished product and everything else. The last thing I need is a gajillion boxes of furniture waiting to be put together. So I am trying to time everything out. So I've found some pieces from IKEA that I want to purchase and put together. And a childhood friend of mine he does woodworking on the side, and he does amazing work. He's really talented. And so I am actually having him build my checkout counter, which I thought was super cool. So he's doing that. So, you know, yeah, I'm doing the whole IKEA box store stuff for the majority of it, but I am going to have this handmade piece, which I think will be just the highlight of the store. So I'm really excited about that one. So he is building that. I believe it's getting near time for that to be finished as far as stain and paint goes. And speaking of that I think has been one of the hardest things when you have a completely blank slate, because the color combinations, and then you pick up the color wheel and there's or the paint wheel, and there's so many different shades and varieties and combinations that would work good together. So I pretty much picked out a color for my walls, and then I picked out a color for the bottom part of my checkout counter. The top will be stained and the bottom I'm gonna paint. So that's it. I'm not looking at any more paint colors because it's too easy to just change my mind. So I have paint colors picked out, I have flooring picked out, I'm getting 2 new doors, I've got the door hardware picked out, I have the IKEA pieces picked out, ceiling fan, lighting. I think that everything is pretty much just now I'm waiting on the space to be finished, and then it's gonna be insane trying to get everything done. So I'm gonna have to build all these shelves and bookcases and tables and get things set up, and then of course carry all my product over there, which thankfully the kids and some of their friends are super excited for the store, and they've already offered to help, and I'm absolutely gonna take them up on that. And we don't live too far away. It's in the town that I live in, so that makes it easy. It's not like I have to, you know, travel and go through all that stuff. So that's where I am with that. So once I get everything set up, all the shelving and everything secured to the walls, and start getting the product over there, I have to figure out how I'm going to display it, as far as, you know, I don't know, alphabetical order, or kind of scent categories, or just random. I mean, I really don't know yet. And I'm gonna have some other product besides candles and besides candle related items. So just some home decor and stuff like that, because I don't want people to just shop candles. I want there to be, you know, obviously candles is the majority of the store, but I want there to be some other options for people to be able to, you know, check out. Did I clean this one? I did. Okay, so anyways, so all that stuff is picked out and ready to go. I'm literally just waiting on the people to finish with the interior of it, and then everything should come together. Product will come in. Then I'm gonna have to get stuff set up. So I use Shopify for my website. So I am going to have to get everything set up, because obviously if you have Shopify, or if you're a small business, you're familiar with that. So my Shopify setup is, you know, people purchase on my website. I do have one of those teeny tiny little chip card reader things that I can take like when I've done a vendor event. So I had to purchase a cash drawer, and I already have an iPad that I'm going to use. Then I purchased the big card reader that goes into the docking station or whatever. And I purchased the barcode scanner. Excuse me. And so, you know, like all these things to be able to make this work, I'm going to have to put cash in the cash drawer and, you know, have enough to be able to operate that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I get everything in there and get set up, I'm first going to have like a family day where it's just going to be my immediate family is going to be able to come in and check out the store. And if they want to make a purchase, they can. That'll give me the opportunity to work out any bugs as far as, you know, going through this new checkout process and everything, because obviously before everything has been online or, you know, through a small cash drawer with a vendor event, you know, no big deal on that. So to actually have all of my inventory and, you know, go through that process of in-person shopping, making sure start to finish that it is a smooth process. I want people to be able to come in, be able to browse around and not have trouble with finding product or, you know, looking at different things. I want the checkout process to be smooth, you know, from whether it's a cash or card transaction all the way down to packaging up, putting in the bag, you know, putting in my thank you cards, my candle care cards, business cards, you know, all that stuff. So I'm really thrilled about it. And I think it's going to be a learning curve, of course, just as this side of it was. But, you know, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So I finally got to announce it. I've been waiting forever. And the feedback so far is awesome. People are excited, which makes me excited because every time somebody posts, I get all those feels all over again. So what I want to do though is throughout this process, I am going to share it with you guys. So as soon as the interior is ready for me to start, you know, getting my stuff in there, as soon as it's ready to go, I'm going to take you guys in. I'm going to show you a video of blank slate, like nothing in there yet. And then I will take you through the process of putting the furniture together and getting the displays ready and the product over and my checkout counter in place and kind of getting things, you know, going through the process. I'm going to show you how I am going to have my product as far as barcode reader goes, you know, what things are going to have a barcode and how that's going to work, because I think I've come up with a way that's going to be really great when it comes to like more of with my candles and stuff, not so much of the little home decor stuff that'll be in there, but when it comes to my actual candles, wax melts and that stuff, I have a little bit of a different way that I'm going to go about that. So I want to share that with you guys. So that's what it is. I am flipping out with excitement. I cannot wait. And I know that it's going to take some time. Like I know there's still a couple weeks of work on the building, on the space. And then once that's done, it's going to be a challenge because I work full time. I've got kids, I've got life and everything else that goes on. So it's going to be a challenge because I'm going to be like wanting to get this stuff done yesterday. But I know I'm also going to have to sort of pace myself because I don't want to get so completely burnt out. So, oh, the other thing, speaking of kids, that's another thing. So my store is going to be a little different in the beginning because of the fact that I work full time and have the kids and all that stuff. So as some of you know, maybe from previous videos, or if you saw my Facebook post, you know, the other night, my twins will be seniors in high school this year. So what that means for me is that this is it. this is the last of all those things. So I need to make sure that I continue to prioritize my kids. Now that I will have this store, I don't want to just put them on the back burner and the store becomes more important. So what that means is in the fall with cross country, you know, I'm going to be at their cross country meets and I'm going to be involved with that and cheering them on and all those things. So the store is going to operate around my life. And so because I work full time, the good thing about that is the shop where I work is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. through the week. So what that means is when I get off at 3 o'clock, you know, grab a snack, freshen up, change my clothes, whatever, and head over to the candle store. And maybe I'll work from, you know, 3:30 to 7:30 or 4 to 8, or, you know, maybe I'll work on the weekends. Maybe some weekends I won't work because I'll have stuff going on with the kids. So it's just going to be kind of not really flying by the seat of my pants, but it's going to be, you know, it'll be announced basically week by week as to what the store hours are going to be. And it's not going to be so all over the place that people are just in a constant state of confusion. Like, it'll be pretty consistent, but you know, if there's a meet on a Saturday, then I may not be open until later on Saturday type of a thing. So the way I look at it is it's still better than what I'm doing right now, which is really no in-person sales. And so, you know, if I go to a vendor event or I do like a little pop-up, like that's great, but you know, people sometimes are busy and can't make it to those things. And so I don't want to just, you know, go and do all the work and set up and do those things, especially in the summertime right now, because it's hot. It's too hot to be outside with candles, in my opinion. So, and I'm not really that interested in doing vendor events. And so this will give people an opportunity. And yeah, it's not like your regular 40-hour a week or whatever, you know, store opened up, but I will make sure that I have days and times that should work for most people to be able to come in and shop. So I'm just gonna roll with it. And if it becomes so successful that I decide that I'm ready to step away from my current job and do the candle thing full time, then that's exactly what I'll do. But for right now, that is not the direction that I'm ready to take. So you have to learn to crawl before you walk. So, you know, I just want to go into this and kind of see how it's going to do. You know, the economy has been a little iffy lately. And so, you know, I don't want to just jump full into this, step away from my job and go full on into this, and then, you know, realize that it's putting too much stress and pressure on things. So this is the way that it's going to go. And I will absolutely be vigilant about posting hours and trying to remain consistent. And Facebook is always where I post all that information. So people who are interested in stopping into the store can absolutely jump on Facebook before they decide to head over, just to make sure that I am open. And so, you know, I'm just going to make the best of it and we'll see how it goes. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. And like I said, I'm going to just continue to do videos throughout this entire process. If there's anything in particular that you want to see, or, you know, any questions that you have or suggestions, I would be ever so grateful if you would leave that in the comments. Because, you know, I just think that, I know that when I followed other candle makers where they are growing and their business is changing, and no matter whether it's them getting a store or going big into the wholesale side of things, or simply just quitting their job and going full in on the candles, or whatever it is, I just think it's really neat to see how business changes for people. And I always say this, but I really believe it to be so true, is I love the candle community. And I think it's such a neat community of people who are just like-minded. And no matter whether someone has a huge store and generates all this cash flow and just, you know, totally crushing it, or someone is just literally setting up a table at a different, at a festival every week and selling their product that way. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm still very interested in what everybody's doing. And I think it's so cool to see how people can be at such different places in their business journey. And, I think each person has a lot to offer. And so I want to be of any kind of help that I can be, as far as ideas or inspiration or whatever it may be. And I also take ideas and inspiration from you guys too on your channels. So let's just keep that going along. But for now, I'm probably going to cut this short because I do have a lot to do. I'm waiting on my wax melter to warm up. I have to finish pouring a custom candle. I just got a custom, I got an order through another business. We did a collaboration last year for fall, and she just got a hold of me today and said she wants to do that again this year. So I have 84 candles to pour for that. And so I'm trying to get like all these things done and just sort of figure out what the best way is to do it all, because it's a mess in here. It looks like I could be on an episode of Hoarders. I'm not even kidding. And I will be so happy when a lot of this stuff leaves and goes over to the new store that's going to open. So at least I'll get rid of a lot of product. Then I can just reorganize my supplies, and hopefully that'll make things easier here. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, the content will be flowing because there is a lot to do. I am hoping that I will be in within about 2 months' time. So that's my goal. We will see if that is something I can achieve. And yeah, I'm going to take you guys with me. So I'm really excited. I hope you are too. And yeah, leave some love down in the comments for me. Subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so that every time I post one of these videos, you will definitely know about it. So, okay guys, lots to do. I'm gonna head out, but I will catch you later soon. I'm sure soon. So have a good one. I'll see you guys.